All right, another awesome morning out here on the way to the gym. And we're going to talk about how video games helped shape my business mindset and just around tracking money, really. You know, games like Tycoon, I mean, all of us played that. Roller Coaster Tycoon, and even games like Call of Duty and all these, kind of competitive games, how they help change your mindset and almost train you to be tracking these stats, especially when you're doing these tycoon type games. You're managing profit, loss, cash flow, and you're tracking all this stuff, and you get accustomed to, you're like, oh, if I buy this expansion or hire a worker here, I can make more money, and my own person doesn't have to be doing it, my own avatar. And you kind of develop those thought processes early from these games. I mean, they're based off of reality. They're not from nothing, and it does, to the right people, it instills that, and I believe it was instilled into me, and that's why I like running a business. And it is a lot of work and everything, but I enjoy it because I really, really loved those tycoon games. And heck, even I was a kid when Roblox was kind of first hitting the scene, and they had those tycoon games in that too, and you would have to run the register yourself until your store was making enough money, and then you buy an employee to run the register, and then you could do the other things. You could do the stocking and all that, and then as you keep generating more revenue without your your input and your actions, and then eventually you hire someone to do that too, and you just keep, it's a very much sped up version of what reality is like. Obviously, it's a video game, it's meant for fast input output, but it very much mimics how it is in real life, just longer time horizon. It takes a little more time and effort, but if you think of your life kind of like a video game, obviously don't detach yourself from reality like that, but if you think about it purely in the same way that you think about your game, you playing these video games the same way that you take in money and spend money in these games, you're trying to hoard as much as possible, and you're trying to spend it in the most efficient way. But then in real life, you don't quite have the same discipline. You don't treat it the same for some reason. And I think if we start treating it more like how we treat our video game finances, I think that would really get us a little bit further ahead and have a better mind space around this. And I think that would help a lot of people, because I view it like that, and I think my finances are a lot better because I view it like a video game, almost like I'm the avatar that needs to detach themselves from the work. Like right now, me and my business partner are discussing about hiring help so that we can have more time to do other things, and they can take care of the more time consuming part. So I'm treating it kind of like a video game where it's like, okay, this much money could come in, I have this much room to spend on someone to alleviate that time from me, so I'm gonna spend it, and maybe I'll make a little bit less than if I was doing it 100% myself. but I'll take, you know, 70 to 80% of the profit, or whatever the number ends up being, versus doing zero to minimal of the work, versus I do 100% of the work and don't have time to do more, you know, income producing activities. It's building, you know, embassies almost, you know, maybe in like Civilization, you know, these strategy games, real-time strategy games. I'm glad this guy is stopping in the middle of the road. Oh my god. Yeah, a real-time strategy game, you know, like Civilization and you know, Age of Empires or whatever. I actually haven't played a lot of these games because I liked my real-time like live action stuff a little more, like Tycoon and stuff. But those are the kind of games and the kind of things that, I mean, you're managing people, money, your time, your limited resources. That is exactly the same as your reality. And so you should use that to apply it to real life. And I have done that, and that's why I want to share that with you guys. Hopefully you can see what I'm saying here and apply that to your own life and start putting that towards your business, side hustle, or, you know, whatever you're doing. I think this is mostly for you know, people that want to run business, but it does apply just to your day-to-day life. Track your money like your video game. You are trying to stack as much as possible, right? Like your investments. You, in your game, yeah, maybe you wait to buy those nice cars until you have, you know, $1 million, $500,000 in the game, GTA Online or something. You know, until you made it, you can't buy it, right? But then how come in real life some of us don't treat it like that, and we try to take the shortcuts to get the things before we're ready? We're far more impatient in real life than in these video games, and I think transferring some of that patience to reality would help a lot. So let me know what your favorite games were down in the comments. Let me know what games you like playing, and if those mindsets transfer to you. Leveling up, prestiging in yourself. And don't forget to subscribe for the next one, and I will see you guys later.